Hi, let's take a look at some new features in Wootrader recently added and related to several new Zacks databases. The information mainly concerns insiders and institutional transactions. So first, let's just search for a stock. Why not Amazon? Now, under the stock tab here, we have several new tabs, the insiders and institutions. Clicking on insiders, we're under holdings overview right now. We can see some general insider holdings information. This is the Zacks insider score. Right now it's high selling, so they're basically saying that at this moment insiders tend to be selling and not buying shares in the company. We can see the value of the insiders holdings in dollars here, the percentage of the shares outstanding held by insiders, and the total number of shares held by these insiders. Under the Transactions tab, we can see just some information broken down by 4, 12, and 24 weeks. We can see percentage change, the buy transactions, the sell transactions, and the shares bought and sold. So we can see there were some sell transactions going on. No buys though. Now under the insiders breakdown, we can see some more information broken down by 1 day, 1 week, 1 month. Again, we can see buys and sells, but this time we can see, okay, who are selling these, who's selling the shares. We can see that within the last week, it seems to be some director in the company has sold off over $4 million worth of shares. Now we can go to institutions, and under holders we can see a list of institutions that have holdings in this company. We can see it right now. It's ordered by the percentage of shares outstanding. Also, we can have it broken down by style, so growth at a reasonable price, growth, passive index, income. We can also see the ticker in case if the stock has a ticker. We can also see the number of shares for the quarter and the date in which the quarter ended. And we can also see the shares of the last quarter and as well as the end of the last quarter as well. So we can see the percentage change since last quarter as well as the change number. Under holdings overview, we can see some information for institutions as well as mutual funds. Under institutions concentrations, we can see just some general institution information, as well as the information for the top 50, top 20, and top 10 institutions. Under institutional style, we can see the same information, but broken down based on the style of the institution. Is it aggressive growth, GARP, growth at a reasonable price, value, deep value, and more. Now if we go back to holders, and let's say we click on an institution, we can see some general information such as address and more. And when we go to holdings, we can see the stocks that this institution has holdings in, as well as the percentage of shares outstanding that this institution holds in that stock. Now we can go back to that just daily rankings page, and if we click on the information tab, we see this information is now available on this tab. So we have the insider score from Zacks, the insiders, institutional, and mutual fund information. Now we have a new institutions tab, which when clicked on we can see for this particular stock the top 10 institutional holders and their percentage of shares outstanding that they have in the company and their percentage change since the previous quarter. Now we can also see, we can click on the world map, and using the addresses we can have just general information about stocks based on the country. So right now we can see the Wootrader rank colored based on the rank, green of course being higher, red being lower. We can see the same type of chart, but price change, number of companies, market cap, daily volume, and employee count. So if you wanted to, let's say, invest in only Canadian stocks, you could do that. You can click on the country Canada, and you'll see it sorted by Wootrader rank, all these companies here. we can also do the same thing for just the USA, just the states in the USA. Again, right now it's broken down by Wootrader rank, and then we can also do price change, number of companies, market cap, daily volume, and employee count. So again, if you wanted to invest in only Californian stocks, you could do that and see there. In this case, it's employee count because that's the tab that we were under, but if you wanted to sort it based on Wootrader rank, you could have it sorted. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.